The episode opens with a jolt of energy, the camera capturing the breathless urgency of Eva, Liam and Mia as they sprint through the darkened streets of the city. The night is thick with tension, the shadows seeming to pulse with unseen dangers. Their faces are a mix of fear and determination, every step fueled by the knowledge that they are being hunted. The secret file in Eva's hands feels like both a lifeline and a curse, a key to bringing down Aidan, but one that has made them the ultimate targets. As they run, the city around them seems to close in. The streets are eerily quiet, the distant hum of traffic only heightening the tension. The camera follows their every move, capturing the fear in their eyes, the adrenaline coursing through their veins. They know that Aidan's men are not far behind, and that the window of escape is rapidly closing. They take a sharp turn into an alley, the shadows swallowing them whole. The alley is narrow and cluttered, the walls closing in on them as they navigate through the maze of forgotten refuse and broken dreams. The camera lingers on their faces, Eva's resolve, Liam's guilt and Mia's steely focus. They're a team, but the weight of their secrets and the fear of what's to come threatens to tear them apart. Finally, they reach a hidden safe house on the outskirts of the city. The building is old and decrepit, barely standing, but it offers a momentary reprieve. They slip inside, the door creaking ominously behind them. The interior is dark and musty, the air thick with the scent of decay. The camera captures their exhausted forms as they collapse into a small, dimly lit room, the weight of the past hours pressing down on them. Mia quickly gets to work, spreading the contents of the secret file across a dusty table. The camera pans over the documents. Lists of names, dates, financial records, all meticulously organized to expose Aidan's criminal empire. It's everything they need to bring him down, but the realization is bittersweet. The truth is powerful, but it's also dangerous. They know that possessing this information makes them Aidan's #1 targets. Liam, still reeling from the events of the past few days, struggles with the guilt that has been eating away at him. The camera captures his inner turmoil as he watches Eva, who is intently scanning the documents. He knows that it was his past decisions that brought them to this point, and the weight of that knowledge is almost too much to bear. He wants to apologize, to explain, but the words stick in his throat. The camera lingers on his face, capturing the conflict and regret in his eyes. Eva, on the other hand, is focused and determined. The shock of the truth has hardened her resolve. She knows they're close to the end game, but she also knows that the final steps will be the most dangerous. As she pores over the documents, the camera captures her growing understanding of just how deep Aidan's corruption goes, and how many lives have been destroyed in his pursuit of power. But before they can fully process what they've uncovered, the sound of footsteps outside the door shatters the momentary calm. The camera tightens on their faces as the realization sets in. They've been found. The tension skyrockets as they scramble to collect the documents, their hands shaking with fear and adrenaline. There's no time to think, no time to plan, only time to run. They burst out of the safe house, the cold night air hitting their faces as they sprint through the deserted streets. The camera captures the frantic chase, the sound of their pursuers' footsteps growing louder with each passing second. The city, once a familiar backdrop, now feels like a hostile maze, with every turn presenting a new threat. The camera follows their desperate flight, the fear in their eyes matched only by their determination to survive. As they run, the group makes the difficult decision to split up, hoping to confuse their pursuers. The camera captures the moment of separation, Liam and Mia taking one path, while Eva dashes down a narrow alley on her own. The fear of being alone is palpable, but so is the resolve to protect the file at all costs. The camera stays close to Eva as she races through the darkness, her breath coming in ragged gasps, the file clutched tightly in her hands. The alley seems to stretch on forever, the shadows closing in around her. The sound of footsteps behind her grows louder, the camera capturing the fear and desperation in her eyes. She knows she's running out of time, but the thought of stopping, of letting Aidan win, is unbearable. She pushes herself harder, her legs burning with the effort, her mind racing with thoughts of what's at stake. Just when it seems like she's cornered, Eva spots a hidden door at the end of the alley. She throws herself against it, the door giving way with a creak. The camera follows her as she slips inside, the darkness swallowing her whole. Inside, the room is pitch black, the air thick with the smell of damp and decay. Eva presses herself against the wall, her heart pounding in her chest as she listens for any sign of her pursuers. The silence is deafening, the tension almost unbearable. The camera captures the fear in Eva's eyes as she waits, every nerve on edge. She knows that if they find her, it's over, but she also knows that she can't afford to give up. The file in her hands is her only hope, the key to bringing down Aidan and finally ending the nightmare that has consumed her life. The episode ends with a lingering shot of Eva in the darkness, her breath barely audible over the pounding of her heart. She's alone, hiding in the shadows, but she's not defeated. The camera captures the determination in her eyes, the knowledge that the race against time isn't over. It's only just begun.